Alright guys, it's Jap Barra Falcon time. This is the car that's going to Japan. If you don't already know, I'm sending my Falcon to Japan. First thing we really need to do to meet the power vehicles regs, we need to get a roll cage in this car. So Frosty's over here. Frosty's done 5 or 6 cages in his time, so he's basically an expert at this point. So we're gonna go.
Don't set the level that high.
Huh?
Don't set the level that high, mate. I'd say mediocre.
Mediocre?
Mediocre.
Well, I'm mediocre as well. So 2 mediocres hopefully make it right.
I'd say it's definitely, it'll save your life. That's the main thing.
Frosty, finally,
Oh,
I got your shirts.
Thanks, dude.
How good?
Premium.
It's actually sick. You are large, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet as.
Thank you.
So new shirts are up on the store now, guys. Definitely go check it out. The one I'm wearing. That's probably a terrible way of seeing it, but yeah, got both the new designs anyway. They're we're so bloody happy with the new designs, guys. Definitely jump on and grab them. You need to order before the 22nd of this month, because after that point we're closing the store for about 3 months. So jump on. Tiana was just saying now that a few of the sizes are already sold out. They might already be sold out already, or they'll be about to be sold out. So don't sleep. We're not printing these again, one off. I've also got a new Corvette design in the works for the USA tour coming up, so definitely look out for that one in the future. But we're going to be printing that stateside. So for all of you overseas guys, you know, especially Americans and Canadians and stuff, there's going to be some shirts that will be coming out in the near future, which will be way cheaper for shipping. You know, I appreciate the support from all you guys. So yeah, quick do a little twirl, mate.
Look at that.
That's actually sick.
Premium.
How's it feel?
It's actually real good.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to get nice shirts. Like, I only wear YouTuber shirts. I got all the Cletus shirts. Like, I'm opposite to what you just said. I buy all my stuff from the States. So
yeah.
Like all the Cletus, Jimmy shirts, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, these awesome. Yeah,
sweet as. All right, sweet. We're gonna get into the build. Plan is to do essentially a basic 6-point cage, and then the rear bars are gonna be removable because we need to keep rear seats for kids, because we are street driving this. Well, we're hoping to be street driving this in Japan. So if that changes in the next 10 hours, we will just go ahead and weld the rear cage in. But ideally, you know, in an ideal world, this is going to be a street car, street/drift car in Japan, at least for the first part of the trip.
It is going to be the only Falcon in Japan, so I've got to make it kind of nice.
Well, so I have been informed there's an XE Falcon in Japan. So there's an XE Falcon in Japan. Honestly, it looks like a Photoshop to me, because they've done it up sort of old school bozo style. I feel like it's a Photoshop, but it might not be the first Falcon over there, but I guarantee it's the first freaking Barra Falcon over there. So it's going to be ridiculous. I've stocked up on a ton of parts. This broke on me. So these, when they come from Ford, are plastic. The ends of them are plastic. And when you have a heavy clutch in your car, they can break. So I've gone ahead and ordered one of those. I've also ordered an aluminium radiator. I've also ordered one of the seat rails for the driver's side. I didn't order a passenger one. I figure we'll just use maybe factory Falcon rails and just put it on the sliding rails. We'll work out exactly what we're going to do from that point of view, but as far as I'm concerned, the driver's seat just needs to be fixed. We don't need it to slide or anything. Passenger one can slide back and forth, maybe so it can fit more stuff in the car, or if we've got the kids in the car, we might slide it forward so they can see better or whatever. So that's what's sort of happening on the seat point of view. Otherwise, I've sent a bunch of messages out trying to get hold of new door for the passenger side, another rear bumper, and I am chasing, I'm trying to chase a 6-speed box. I'm just figure, ideally, if I can get one of the 6-speed boxes, either a T56 or a TR6060 in this car before it goes to Japan, it's going to save a lot of time, hassle, energy, and realistically save a lot of money in the end, in the grand scheme of things, because obviously if I need to send over not only an engine and a turbo kit and stuff, you know, I don't necessarily want to be sending an entire gearbox, an entire tail shaft, and all the hardware that goes along with that. So ideally, if I can sort all that out now, you know, any future upgrades will be a lot easier. And I would rather just put another box in now sell off the T5 and the good clutch that's in the car, because the clutch has only done like one event, I think 2 events. So by the time we put a TR, like the T56 or a TR6060 in this car, we sell off this gearbox and clutch as a manual conversion. It'll probably be like 3K out of pocket. Again, any sponsors that want to jump on board, hit me up please. But essentially, you know, then I won't need a spare gearbox. I think the T5 gearboxes are now, cheapest one I saw was $800, and I'm like, and they're not gonna hold up to the abuse I'm gonna need to put this car through reliably. So that's why I want to try and do this TR6060 or T56 before I go to Japan. Just makes sense. If you see one, let me know. Obviously within the Brisbane area, if you're a sponsor that wants to jump on board and you got one for me, hit me up. It'd be fantastic. But yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. I've already had a couple of companies hitting me up about getting involved with this insane project. So yeah, let's stop jibber jabbing, as Taylor Ray would say, and get into the build. All right, stripping all of it out. Frosty's trying to be that typical pedantic, make everything perfect thing, wants to put carpets and stuff back in. I'm saying no.
Carpet squares, mate.
Carpet squares.
It's gonna be the only Aussie chaser in Japan. Like, you know.
I'll put bloody. I'll put I'll put things in bloody.
You're gonna have the OG Falcon, mate. It's going to Japan. They want to experience the Aussie Falcon. You know, you got to have everything in here. It's gonna have the typical stereo that never works.
It doesn't work. It doesn't even have speakers. It doesn't even have speakers.
Doesn't have to work as long as it's visually there.
Visually there.
Yeah.
So they can see Aussie ingenuity.
Yeah.
I personally just want to put some floor mats in here. I'd love to just put some cool floor mats in it.
Wait, they're literally the exact same thing as floor mats. Like, I cut the square out. You just tech screw that down with two to three tech screws. Mint. And then it looks better than some aftermarket floor mats because it's actual OG carpet.
What are we going to do cage wise? Just go through.
We'll cut the dash. Probably you have to lose the air vent.
Yeah, which is no big deal.
And then down to like a riser box.
Yeah.
At the front and back.
Yeah. So for us, we're going to use riser boxes instead of going through the floor, which is, there's 2 ways, pretty much 2 ways you can do cages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 I've seen done. There's using riser boxes, there's drilling holes in the floor and dropping the cage down so you can weld it along the top, and the third one is you cut holes in the roof and weld. I've seen it done. I've actually seen it done where they've actually just cut holes. It's like, I guess they didn't weld it properly and then they got caught out, obviously at an event, hadn't welded it properly, and to get the car into spec, they literally just cut squares in the roof above where it needed to be welded properly and welded the top of the cage. You have no idea around the world the amount of roll cages in cars I've been in and they haven't had, you know, the cages welded on top properly. You just feel up there and it's like there's no weld and it's like, I'm gonna die.
I showed you, well, I'll send it to you, there's a CAMS approved, that WRX that I work on. With the cage, the gusset for the cage, the weld literally misses the whole entire actual gusset joint. Yeah. The old mate was there.
CAMS approved.
On a Friday, Arvo, not even looking, I reckon. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we are going to keep the whole center console. We're just going to make the handbrake pop up somewhere here. So we're putting a GK Tech Hydro in here. Yeah, it's only not even 2 weeks, but we're going to make it happen. All right, we are stripped. Full roof. Not gonna have the roof trim, and I run a window banner anyway, so we don't need a roof trim on it at all. Keep cruising along, guys. It's happening quick. Always happens quick when Frosty's around. Hopefully it doesn't do everything quick.
I've been married for 10 years, so no complaints.
He knew the mission. All right, make sure Frosty's doing measurements. Getting ready for a main hoop. I've just got out my seat rail, the radiator out. Princey's going to be taking these seats. These are obviously seats going in it. I'm getting ready to cut my bonnet out to fit the bonnet vent on. What else have we got to do? Got to fit a headlight at some point. That's got to go in. Bumper probably just needs a little bit of fresh paint on it from where I ran into the back of a 31 of all things. Keep cracking. It's starting to come together. It's bloody exciting, to be honest. This is it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be so cool. What are you doing, limboing? All right, first official bend on the cage. We're going 60 degrees.
Yep, 60s on the top.
And that's going to go to the roof, and then we got...
So 60, and the other 60, and then it'll be a 30 degree, but I just want to get the first top lined out, and then I put it on the floor and actually do up a little jig to get the measurement between the 60 and the 30, if that makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense. Don't talk too quiet, you've seen what I've been doing.
Give me a mic!
No, I'll just put voiceovers over you.
You want.
Yep. Let us know in the description, in the comments below, what accent for Frosty when he talks too quiet. Anyway, old Falk, she's well and truly stripped out now. I've even started getting the bits out for where the cage is going to go through. I took the other airbag out of the front of the car. Still haven't got to cutting that yet, but I just went and finished an edit for you guys, which you won't see till after this, but the edit from Morden Park. I really want to get this Falcon content out first, so you'll see that very soon. But we're going to continue along with this. Frosty set up the bender, not how I normally set it up. So we had to like move a bunch of stuff around, and we still got it working.
That was a calculated guess, mate. That's why the bench...
So we just had to pull all my benches out. He said I specifically put them on wheels so that we'd have to move them to... Yeah, we'll go with that.
I knew that you planned that out and put them on wheels, so that's why I did it that way, yeah.
Alright, so... You saw what just happened a second ago. We had to move the benches and everything. Frosty's like, I'll leave the bench there. We've got something to balance on. Completely, I don't think it's on purpose. He's claiming it, but...
I heard you were hanging shit on him though, about it.
It's literally resting on this bench and we're sitting at 0.
I can't see that.
It's at 0. It's perfectly level. Which is... He didn't do it on purpose, I'm telling you right now.
It was on purpose, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, cage builder, mate.
He's, yeah, big cage guy.
He's got an eye for it.
Ridiculous, because I don't even have to help him. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
Look at all the stuff we pulled out. The whole back of my ute is full of the interior, which is insane. Huh?
And disgusting.
Yeah. This car did come from Ipswich, so weirdly we didn't find any syringes or ice pipes or anything like that in it, which is probably a good thing.
Tampons.
Definitely a good thing. Yeah, we found some tampons and lots of lighters. Alright, I've ripped the rear doors off to make our life easier. Got a main hoop, bent up, fingers crossed. Yeah. It's all good? Alright. Alright, so we had too much length, obviously. It's too tall to get into the car. We just tried, so we're just going to trim off, what did you say, 270?
270.
So 270.
It's about right, because rough calculation is 3.5 meters of tube for the bend, and I cut it at 4 meters, so that's about right.
And then you'll obviously still have to cut more out because of the boxes.
Yeah, that's to the floor.
Yeah, and this is just to squeeze it in right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. So day 2 on Falcon race car build for Japan. We're going to go ahead and continue on the roll cage. I am going to start cutting out the bonnet now. So yeah, to get the bonnet vent on. We've got lots to do, but we can do it. Yeah?
That's right.
Alright, keep cracking along.
Yeah, we still the same ones. When it come to chats, we don't take none. Cheese, bad man Jamaican. Trinity global sensation. Mob until the day come, yeah, till the day come. Red, white, black flag, daddy gon' shake some. Green, yellow, black flag, rude gal shake some. We don't want no drama in this, so don't make none. Mob until the day come, yeah, till the day come. And the day came, still thumbing through the night, chance of light rain. I guess I really gotta show you about this Trinity King. I guess this is how it is when you from the island, man. So I took a flight to Tobago, FOG down. Man's on the ends, Londonville to the sea town. Remo with a schema and a beamer with the T down. And she wanna know me, tell me, baby, what you need now.
All right, finished job on the Venti A bonnet. When I say finished, I'm unsure whether I'm going to bog it in or not. I am going to end up pop riveting on. I've just done self-tappers for now, but I'm unsure whether to mold it into the hood, because I think at some point the hood might get bent. I don't know. Silicone it? Yeah, but I kind of want to mold it, like, so it doesn't look like it's just a bolt-on piece.
Silicone does half.
Yeah. So we'll see. Pardon?
Like sticker it with the tech screw, like take it off, stick at the bottom with like black sticker, that automotive stuff. Screw it down, let it dry. Like that stuff you could like hang a car by it, and then you take the tech screws out.
And then give it a skim.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, sounds like that's what we're going to do. Falcon KG. Obviously we still got to do a harness bar on this, but definitely getting there, folks. Behind bars, bud.
Behind bars.
Alright, day 3 on cage building. Merc.
I want to go slow.
Pardon?
I want to go slow. We'll pick up some pace there.
What, did you say you're on a go slow level?
Yeah.
But you've been pedantic. Yeah. The difference between you and me when we did roll cage on the Zook, we had a shit ton of waste because we stuffed so much stuff up, where you're like measuring like 10 times and cutting once.
I did one with the front bars, but I'm not happy with it because that's just a straight angle the whole way through, but I want to kink it so it actually like hugs in. I'll show you what I mean.
So it tugs into the roof nicer.
You got a big head.
Yeah, I do.
I reckon you'll be hitting the cage a lot.
Well, hopefully we'll mount the seat nice and low, but yeah. The more tucked up, the better. Yeah. I'll come around the passenger side and look. Oh.
Ideally, I tried to get it as much as I could to be able to get this up into the roof.
Yeah.
Like that, but just with it being one dead straight line, it kind of kicks it like that. So I need to get it where I need it with that bend, but then put a bend here, so it pushes it back into the pillar.
Yeah.
To then come straight. So I'll just redo that one now, because this was just one of the offcuts that we had anyway from
yeah, sweet.
other stuff. So yeah.
Still heaps of room between my steering wheel and the cage itself.
So that'll end up sitting back into there, and then that'll come up. And then pretty much this bend will just follow more of that roof line up into the corner, up into here.
Yeah, so instead of it, because right now you've just done straight bends, so you need to do one that's an angled bend.
Yep.
Sweet.
And then keep rolling, and then it's just rear bars.
Rear bars are super simple.
Harness bar.
I wasn't planning on doing door bars.
I'll be doing door bars.
Okay.
Because I know you, and this thing will be in FD Japan next year for sure. So.
Oh, we'll probably need. You have to check their regs. You might need double door bars.
I'll have a look, but either way, I'm going to put gussets and stuff in as well. So.
Oh, you're going hard.
Oh, going hard. I'm going to TIG weld it. It's just tack welded for now with the MIG. So.
And your oh, okay, right. It's gone from a quick little cage to he's building a freaking FD cage for my Falcon of all things. It's going to have a better cage than my S13.
No, that's a pretty cool cage.
Yeah, but it's not gusseted. It needs the gusseting done to pass new regs.
Oh yeah, I gusseted the windscreen on that.
Yeah, but it needs gusseting in some of the corners and stuff like that to pass Motorsport Australia regs.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we are getting there. It's a slow process. I'll try and document as much as I can. And by document, I mean I'm going to go breakfast with an old friend, and I'm going to leave the camera here with Frosty.
So there'll be just a time lapse then, because that's all I'm good at.
But before I run off, we did just get a shipment. So I've just gone ahead and fitted this. This is super rad. I guess Dayco make an AC delete bracket and pulley, because that was going to be a bit of a drama for us. It turns out this is literally an off-the-shelf item. If you want to know the part number, message me in the comments and I'll reply. I can't remember it off the top of my head. We also got this aluminium, what's that called? Expansion tank? No, it's an expansion on these. Header tank, yeah. And then I got the alloy radiator, which we've gone ahead and fitted the fan to already. Just waiting on trying to find underdrive pulley, because apparently that's what I need to stop power steering pumps from dying. So I got a friend of mine drifts the crap out of a Falcon, and he's pushed me. He said, you really need to do this 20 or 25% underdrive pulley. He hasn't killed a power steering pump since he's done it. So, and he drifts a lot. I think he was just at a couple drift days the other day, like drifting non-stop. Hasn't had an issue with his power steering since. So I really think that's going to be a smart one for us to do. And the thing with Falcons is generally this is where the oil spills out of your power steering pump, and then it generally goes down and kills your alternator. So the more we can do to help our power steering pump, the better. Would have been actually really cool if somebody made a bracket to put the power steering pump on that side of the engine when you delete the AC or something. Would kind of be good to get rid of the oil falling onto either your hot manifold or killing your alternator, which is directly under it. Ford, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to call them out, but I'll definitely call them out. It's stupidity, guys. Ford Australia, what were you thinking? Anyway, the 4JZ, I'm pretty much going to leave stock. Other than that, we may do, I'm probably not even going to do valve springs. I was talking about doing oil pump and valve springs and stuff like that. I think I'm just not going to. And basically keep everything for a turbo motor down the track and build like a proper big dog motor. But what we are going to try and do is we're going to flip the old motor upside down, check the bearings on it. If the bearings are good, we're going to try and put another stock oil pump in that car, in that motor, and then throw it in the boot of this. But we still are massively on the hunt for a T56 or a TR6060 for this car. Kind of need one urgently, so if any of you guys know of one, definitely let me know. So for reference, guys, there is nothing that's going to be half-assed about this roll cage in this Falcon. It's actually, I have a feeling it's going to end up being better than the roll cage in my S13 at this point. Frosty's going absolutely all out. I think I may have found a manual conversion, but still, if you guys do see one for the right price, definitely let me know. Obviously not manual conversion, but either the T56 or TR6060, and I think I'm gonna, we'll see what Frosty, do you reckon you'll do the rear legs today?
I'll start it. We could at least get the sticky stuff off there, so I'll be able to get rough measurements.
Yeah.
But now I've got the front hoop in, I can do door bars at least. And then, yeah, worry about the rear hoops. I just want to be able to get a solid plate on there before I do it.
Yeah. Oh, so it turns out we're doing door bars and stuff now as well. Didn't get to tell you guys about that, but yeah, Frosty's going full Frosty.
Tight fit cage, won't bash your head. That's what you need.
No, I have full trust in what you're doing.
Nothing like shipping a car to Japan and then you hate driving it because you hit your head and get a headache every time. So.
Oh, I agree with that.
But that's pretty, as tight as you can. It's all a bit offset bends and fancy stuff. But
yeah, once I actually just said to Frosty before when I got back, it's just going to be so funny because when I leave, I think realistically at this point the car won't necessarily be 100% finished.
Yeah, well.
No, but like we still got to do the rear end, we still got to do engine bay stuff. I'm saying if we don't get parts in time, it'll be close enough to ready to go, but at the same time, I'll be leaving and the car will be here in Australia. And then I go to America, and then end up in Japan and the car's just gonna be there waiting for me. It's just such a surreal feeling. And just the fact that it's gonna be full spec caged is very silly considering it's a Falcon. These aren't a bad car, don't get me wrong. They're not a bad car. It's just crazy that it's going to this extent. I think it's going to be insane, and I think that now the idea of potentially doing some pro competitions in Japan are very, very real now. The only thing that's going to be difficult over there really is like things like doors, but I feel like something I do want to try and do, which I won't be able to do here, but I'd probably end up happening in Japan at some point, is trying a JZX 100 rear wide body on this car. I think will be pretty bloody close. I probably need to just measure tail light to door, and then the door is much of a muchness, and a JZX 100 wide body could very well fit on this car, because that's going to be the main thing once it gets to that point, is fitting big enough rubber under the back of it once we have a big dog motor in it and stuff. So either way, this is hilarious. I hope you guys are enjoying the build. It's going to be something else. We go, guys, legit door bars in. We're going to end this vlog here. If you haven't already, the new merch as displayed by Frosty, go grab some, lukefink.com.
No proof. Grinding all day, no holes,
nothing. No. Dude, they're a comfy shirt, right? Yeah. Super stoked on that. Yeah, let us know what you think of the Falcon build and everything that's going on here. I'm getting super excited about it, if you can't already tell. Anyway, thanks heaps for watching, guys. Yeah, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out.